Let's not deceive ourselves. Genetics has a role to play in your hair care, in your hair routine, in your hair growth. Hi my loves, welcome and welcome back. If you're new here in this channel, we talk about relaxed hair care, hair growth tips, protective styling, and every other thing concerning the hair topic in general. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to join the family. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering some of your relaxed hair questions. I've dropped a post a few weeks back on the channel for you guys to ask your questions, and without further ado, I'm just going to get started. So the first question I have here is, it says, my front hair, I have long hair getting to my lower bra line, but girl, my front hair refused to attend the seminar and having bits of bad spots. What can I do to regrow my front hair? Yours are amazing. Now for this question, there are a lot of factors involved, and I'm going to assume here by front hair you are referring to your edges. So for this, there are a lot of factors that come into play, and one thing is genetics. Let's not deceive ourselves. Genetics has a role to play in your hair care, in your hair routine, in your hair growth. It does not mean that you can't grow long hair because of your genetics. Genetics can have a role in, for example, the density of your hair, the texture of your hair. But when it comes to growing your hair long, that is up to you. That is up to your regimen. Now, your regimen, your routines are not going to be modified according to how your hair looks like from your genetics. For example, if you have high density hair, which your genetics may give you, your hair routine may be different from someone that has genetics for low density hair and probably has low density hair. So you see that, yeah, genetics has a role to play in hair care, but that does not mean that you don't have your parts to play as well. Some people have the genes for badness. It is normal, guys. There is nothing wrong with this. It just means that it may be more difficult growing your edges compared to someone who does not have the genetics for that. Now, it's not to say it's impossible, but it may be easier for someone that does not have the gene for badness. But with all things being equal, basically you want to treat your edges the same way you treat the rest of your hair. If your edges are giving you a hard time and the rest part of your hair is not giving you that same challenge, it means that there's something you are doing wrong with your edges, which you are not doing wrong with the rest part of your hair. Now, this can be from something as simple as moisturizing your edges, conditioning your edges. I always say to carry out any routine on your edges the same way you're going to carry it on your hair. So if you want to do protein treatment, make sure you apply the product generously on your edges as well. If you want to do moisturizing treatment, it should get to your edges as well. If you want to moisturize and seal your hair, make sure your edges are well included. Now, another thing is, if you are natural, you may not have this problem, but if you are relaxed, one thing you should know is during your relaxer routines, you want to make sure to get your edges last. Now, I see a lot of people who immediately they start the relaxer application process, their edges go, like their edges are the first part the relaxers get on. You want to make sure that before the relaxer gets on your edges, you are almost done with the relaxer process. Like when the relaxer gets on your edges, within the next 5 minutes you should be washing the relaxer off your hair. If you have fine hair, it is even going to be lower. So if you have fine hair, within the next 2 to 3 minutes you should be washing off the relaxer from your hair. So you want to make sure that before you apply a relaxer on your edges, everything is set for the washing, neutralizing, and everything. Now, apart from your routines and your relaxers, another thing that can affect your edges are protective styles, which can range from heavy protective styles to tight protective styles, especially when you install tight cornrows. This literally pulls on your edges, drags on your edges, and gradually leads to hair loss by what is called traction alopecia because of the excess pulling and tugging force on your edges. Your hair may be able to withstand that, but since your edges are shorter, since they are weaker, they may not be able to withstand it. So whenever you are installing a protective style, make sure they are not tight. If you have to take painkillers after installing a protective style, since you have to take down a protective style, On no account should you have to pop in painkillers after installing a protective style. On no account should you have bumps on your hair after installing a protective style. On no account should you not be able to sleep comfortably after installing a protective style. So make sure your protective styles are not too tight. Make sure your protective styles are not heavy, because if you install heavy protective styles, now when I mean heavy, I mean the density of the extensions you attach to your hair is more than the weight you attach it to. If you have high density hair, you can install big protective styles that are not heavy, if you understand what I mean. Meaning the sections can be big, and in each section your hair is more or equal to the amount of extension you are going to add in. But if you are installing big protective styles or big braids and the extensions is literally taking almost the bulk of that section, like everything, and the section to which is attached to on your hair is insignificant, girl, those edges are gonna come off, because it's not gonna be able to withstand the weight of the extensions. And with the same mechanism I explained earlier, traction alopecia, due to the heavy weight, the tugging, the pulling, it's going to come off, sis. So you want to make sure that your protective styles are not too heavy. So yeah, those are some of the ways you can improve the health and length of your edges. I also have a video on the channel on, I think, 14 ways to grow your edges, so you can make sure to check that video out too if you are interested. Plus, thank you for the compliment when you said my edges were amazing. Thank you. So the next question says, what is your favorite protective hairstyle? Now this is a tough question. My favorite protective hairstyle. Now, when it comes to being really protective, I have a ton of them, but I don't know if I have a favorite. Okay, I'm just going to think about this now. Okay, so if I were to answer this question about 3 months ago, I would say either sew-ins or box braids or twists. But now I think my current protective style, when it comes to seeing growth, not in terms of aesthetics, when it comes to growth, is the African threaded twist. Like, this literally changed the game for me. If you have not watched my video on where I took down that protective style, the hair growth I got from it and all that, please go and check it out, because you don't want to miss it. Because apart from the fact that it stretches my hair, straightens my hair, it can lock in moisture, and the growth I got was just insane. And honestly, there is no manipulation when installing the protective style itself, because you know, in a protective style like sew-ins, or where you have to install corals or braids or twists, during the installation of the protective style itself, you are going to be manipulating the hair, twisting, untwisting, braiding, unbraiding, and all that. But for the African threaded twist or just African threading, that manipulation is not there. Like, you just have to grab the hair and wrap the thread around it. I already have a video on how to install the protective style, so you can check it out if you are interested. So for growth, my favorite protective style is the African threaded twist currently. That beats every other protective style for me right now. But when it comes to aesthetics, I think I prefer twists. That's it for my favorite protective twist. Now the next question is, how do you maintain the cleanliness of your hair while you have it? Okay, while I have the protective style, right? So now, if you've been following me for a long time, or if you've been watching my videos, you know this, that I don't wash my hair while in long-term protective styles. Now, there are so many controversies about it. Some people feel it's okay to wash your hair in long-term protective styles, while others don't. I know of so many people that wash their hair in braids and get away with it, but I haven't tried it before personally, and that is because I simply feel if I do that, my hair is going to come out more tangled. Like, I'll have to deal with big knots when I'm taking down the protective style, because water can actually lock your hair when you have a lot of tangles, a lot of build-up. So if you have all these together and your hair gets in contact with water, it's going to make it harder. I want to take it down your protective styles. So that's why I just avoid it generally. I wash my hair after taking down my long-term protective styles. Now, during my protective styles, there are ways I keep my scalp clean, and this is by using methylated spirits and cotton wool. I have shared before on the channel how I do this, so you can check the video out if you are interested. I've heard of people that also cleanse their scalp with apple cider vinegar, which has a spray and all that. So yeah, that's how I maintain the cleanliness of my hair while I'm in a long-term protective style. Now the next question says, please, how often do you relax your hair? So I'll say anywhere from 3 months to 1 year. The longest I've gone was in 1 year relaxer stretch, and the least I go now is 3 months. Most of the time I don't even do 3 months relaxer stretches again. It's usually from 4 months. So yeah, let's just go with 4 months to 1 year, because I can't even remember the last time I relaxed my hair at 3 months. I'm a huge fan of relaxer stretches, so that's why I always stretch my relaxer. So I can relax my hair 4 months. Now next year I may decide to relax it 8 months. It just depends on the mood I'm in. So yeah, I don't go below 4 months, and I have not gone above 1 year. So yeah guys, that's it for all the questions. If you have more questions, please make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to get back to you. If you watched this video this far and you liked it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here and you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing to join the family, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.